chaos.
I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Try as I might to quell their advance. 'Twas all for naught.
Resident Evil Requiem is the 9th mainline entry in Capcom's iconic survival horror series. Set in a desolate, post-nuclear Raccoon City, the game introduces a new protagonist, FBI agent Grace Ashcroft, who investigates a hotel linked to her mother's mysterious death. The narrative promises a blend of psychological horror and action, with players exploring iconic locations like the Raccoon City Police Department. Developed using the RE engine, the game boasts high-fidelity visuals, including realistic character expressions and detailed environments. Resident Evil Requiem aims to return the franchise to its survival horror roots while introducing new gameplay mechanics and a fresh storyline.
One that I've been searching for. A special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
Game of Thrones War for Westeros is a real-time strategy game developed by Playside Studios in partnership with HBO. Set in the universe of the acclaimed television series, the game allows players to command one of the great houses, Stark, Lannister, Targaryen, or the Night King's undead army. Each faction offers unique units and heroes, such as dragons for House Targaryen and giants for the Night King. Players can engage in large-scale battles featuring infantry, cavalry, siege engines, and mythical creatures. The game emphasizes not only military strategy, but also political intrigue, enabling players to forge and betray alliances in their quest for the Iron Throne. Both single-player campaigns and multiplayer modes are available, providing varied gameplay experiences. Atomic Heart 2 is the sequel to the retro-futuristic action-adventure FPS developed by Mundfish. Building upon the alternate history Soviet setting of its predecessor, the game expands into a more open-world experience with enhanced RPG elements. Players will explore a dystopian world on the brink of collapse, facing new threats and uncovering deeper mysteries. The game introduces a fresh cast of characters, exotic locations, and a new arsenal of weapons and abilities, while retaining fan-favorite elements from the original. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, Atomic Heart 2 promises stunning visuals and a more immersive experience. ARC Raiders is a third-person PvP/PvE extraction shooter developed by Embark Studios. Set in a post-apocalyptic Earth dominated by hostile ARC robots, players assume the role of raiders from the underground city of Speranza. Venturing to the surface, players engage in 30-minute sessions to scavenge resources, complete trader missions, and confront both robotic adversaries and other human players. The game emphasizes strategic decision-making, as players must choose when to extract to secure their loot or risk further exploration. Progression is achieved through XP-based skill trees, allowing for customization of abilities such as stamina and stealth. A unique feature is Scrappy the Rooster, an in-game companion that automatically gathers essential materials for players.
You are in control.
Dune Awakening is an open-world multiplayer survival game developed and published by Funcom. Set in an alternate Dune universe where Paul Atreides was never born, the planet Arrakis is embroiled in a civil war between House Atreides and House Harkonnen, with the Fremen mysteriously absent. Players take on the role of an undercover agent working for the Bene Gesserit, tasked with uncovering the fate of the Fremen and awakening the Sleeper. The game offers a vast sandbox experience, allowing players to craft equipment, build bases, and engage in combat using a variety of weapons and vehicles. Survival elements include managing resources, constructing shelters, and navigating environmental hazards such as sandworms and storms. Chrono Odyssey is an ambitious MMORPG developed by Chrono Studio and published by Cacao Games. Set in the expansive world of Cetera, the game immerses players in a universe where time itself is a manipulable force. As Sentinels, players are tasked with confronting the encroaching void, a cosmic threat that distorts reality and time. The game offers a rich narrative experience, blending elements of cosmic horror with high fantasy themes. Players can explore diverse environments, engage in dynamic combat, and utilize time-altering abilities to gain strategic advantages. The game features multiple classes, each with unique skills and playstyles, allowing for varied gameplay experiences.
Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand.
Onimusha Way of the Sword marks the return of Capcom's classic action-adventure series, reimagined for modern audiences. Set during the Edo period, players assume the role of the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi, as he navigates a Kyoto corrupted by a malevolent force known as Malice. The game introduces a dark fantasy narrative, blending historical elements with supernatural themes. Combat is a central focus, featuring the iconic Isen mechanic that rewards precise timing and skillful execution. Players will face formidable foes, including rival swordsman Sasaki Ganryu, who wields his own Oni gauntlet, adding depth to the game's combat dynamics.
Musashi! We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki.
Dying Light. The Beast is a standalone survival horror game developed by Techland. Originally conceived as downloadable content for Dying Light 2, the project evolved into a full-fledged title due to its expanded scope. Set in the rural region of Castor Woods, players once again assume the role of Kyle Crane, the protagonist from the original Dying Light. After enduring 13 years of brutal experiments by a figure known as the Baron, Crane emerges with enhanced abilities, including a beast mode that grants him superhuman strength and agility. The game emphasizes first-person melee combat, parkour traversal, and a dynamic day-night cycle that affects enemy behavior. Players can explore the open world using vehicles and engage in cooperative multiplayer with up to 4 players.
Pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me. All the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Scott Pilgrim EX is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game developed by Tribute Games, known for their work on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. This new installment brings back Scott, Ramona Flowers, and 5 other playable characters as they battle through a chaotic, robot, and demon-infested Toronto. The game features non-linear exploration inspired by NES classics, allowing players to traverse a large, interconnected world at their own pace. Combat is enhanced with creative mechanics, enabling players to use everyday objects as weapons. Scott Pilgrim EX supports up to 4-player co-op both locally and online. Mafia The Old Country is a prequel to the acclaimed Mafia series, developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K Games. Set in early 20th century Sicily, the game explores the origins of organized crime through the eyes of Enzo Favara, a young man navigating the treacherous world of the Sicilian underworld. The narrative delves into themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the complexities of familial obligations. Players can expect a richly detailed open-world environment, capturing the gritty atmosphere of the era, and engaging in missions that involve strategic decision-making and combat. The game aims to provide a deep, immersive experience that expands upon the Mafia franchise's legacy.
Honor. I won't let you do the same.
We have a traitor.
This stays between me and you. It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
Marvel's Deadpool VR is an upcoming virtual reality action game developed by Twisted Pixel in collaboration with Marvel Games and Oculus Studios. Exclusively for MetaQuest 3 and 3S, the game allows players to embody the merc with a mouth in a first-person experience filled with chaotic combat and irreverent humor. Voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, Deadpool embarks on a multiverse-hopping adventure after signing a dubious contract in Mojo World, leading to encounters with various Marvel Universe locations and characters.
He's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy is a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome.
Acts of Blood is a third-person beat-em-up action game developed by Exil Team. Set in a dystopian version of Bandung, Indonesia, the game focuses on fast-paced, brutal hand-to-hand combat. Players will engage in intense battles using a variety of martial arts techniques and weapons. The game's setting and combat mechanics draw inspiration from classic beat-em-up titles, offering a modern take on the genre. Acts of Blood aims to deliver a visceral and immersive experience with a focus on fluid combat and a gritty narrative. ILL is a first-person survival horror game developed by Team Clout. Set in a desolate settlement plagued by monstrous mutations and supernatural phenomena, players must navigate a terrifying environment filled with grotesque creatures. The game emphasizes visceral combat, featuring a variety of weapons and a realistic mutilation system that enhances the horror experience. Built using Unreal Engine 5, ILL delivers hyper-realistic visuals and an immersive atmosphere that aims to unsettle players at every turn. The gameplay focuses on survival, exploration, and confronting nightmarish entities in a world where danger lurks around every corner. Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a Souls-like action RPG developed by MindsEye and published by 505 Games. Set during the late Ming Dynasty in the war-torn lands of Shu, players take on the role of Bai Wuchang, a female pirate afflicted by the mysterious feathering disease. This illness causes insanity and monstrous transformations, adding a layer of urgency to the protagonist's quest. The game offers a rich narrative influenced by Chinese mythology and history, featuring a dynamic combat system with a variety of weapons and spells. Players can explore a beautifully crafted environment, engage in challenging boss battles, and experience a story with multiple endings shaped by their choices.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
MindsEye is a single-player action-adventure thriller developed by Build a Rocket Boy, the studio founded by former Rockstar North president Leslie Benzies. Set in the futuristic desert metropolis of Red Rock City, the game follows Jacob Diaz, a former soldier equipped with a neural implant called MindsEye. As Jacob navigates a world dominated by advanced technology and corporate corruption, he becomes entangled in conspiracies involving rogue AI and powerful figures like tech mogul Marco Silva and the ambitious mayor Shiva Vega. The game offers a linear narrative experience complemented by fast-paced, tactical third-person combat.
Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I don't want any part of your future.
Stranger Than Heaven is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ryuga Gotoku Studio, known for the Like a Dragon series. Formerly referred to as Project Century, the game was officially unveiled at Summer Game Fest 2025. Set in a stylized version of Japan during the early to mid-20th century, players assume the role of Detective Mako Daito as he investigates mysteries in a city rife with opulence, violence, and existential dilemmas. The game introduces survival elements such as managing hunger and thirst, and features dynamic decision-making that affects the narrative. Capcom unveiled the Year 3 character lineup for Street Fighter VI during Summer Game Fest 2025, introducing 4 new fighters to the roster. Sagat, the iconic Muay Thai master, returns, now adorned with a tiger pelt draped over his shoulders, signifying his enduring strength and dominance in the ring. Crimson Viper, the high-tech operative, makes her comeback, equipped with her signature gadgets and a sleek white coat, ready to electrify opponents with her dynamic fighting style. Alex, the powerhouse grappler from Street Fighter III, re-enters the fray, sporting a rugged biker vest and face paint, bringing his raw strength and wrestling prowess to the battlefield. Ingrid, the enigmatic fighter with time-manipulating abilities, joins the roster, adding a mystical flair to the lineup with her unique combat techniques.
Ingrid!
Killer Inn is a new multiplayer asymmetrical action game developed by Square Enix, blending elements of social deduction and third-person shooter mechanics. The gameplay incorporates a variety of weapons, including knives, hammers, pistols, and shotguns, allowing for intense combat scenarios. Players can also interact with NPCs to buy and sell items, adding a strategic layer to the game. The combination of deduction, combat, and resource management creates a dynamic and engaging experience.
You must never forget, the hunter may become the hunted. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point. Simply put, Killer Inn is an action-packed murder mystery, and remember, you don't know who's...
IO Interactive unveiled a new elusive target mission for Hitman World of Assassination, featuring Le Chiffre, the infamous villain from Casino Royale, portrayed once again by Mads Mikkelsen. This mission is set in the Paris map and is available from June 6th to July 6th, 2025. Completing this mission within the specified time frame will unlock exclusive rewards for the upcoming James Bond game 007 First Light.
Weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, He's too impatient, and Miss Bly, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the
Jurassic World Evolution 3 is the latest installment in Frontier Development's acclaimed park management simulation series. Building upon the foundations of its predecessors, this sequel introduces a host of new features and enhancements that aim to deliver a more immersive and dynamic experience. One of the most notable additions is the introduction of dinosaur family dynamics. Players can now breed and nurture over 80 prehistoric species, with more than 70 featuring distinct male, female, and juvenile variants. This allows for the observation of social behaviors and interactions among dinosaurs, adding a new layer of depth to park management. The game also expands its roster to include semi-aquatic and flying reptiles, such as pterosaurs that can traverse both air and land.